think how many onions have been chopped on this frisbee. Look at this!
Ciao!
With the last few weeks of our Mexican visas, we cycled through the northern part of Baja, California, which was dramatically different to the southern part. We saw a huge number of species of cacti and had long, empty sections of beautiful desert with not many people around. The downside to this was that it had gotten much colder and very windy at points. This was a huge shock for us, having been constantly boiling hot for months and months in Central America and Mexico, and we didn't really have the cold weather gear for the evenings. Up until now, Baja's been very warm, but we've woken up early to get to a town to watch the England game, the things we do, and it is absolutely Baltic, absolutely freezing. I've got no clothes at all because I sent them home with Imogen. I'm just dying. We made do, however, with lots of campfires, delicious dinners, and very early bedtimes. Phoebe at one point was asleep by 6:30, and I was asleep not long after. The landscape has changed so much. We're only at 800 meters, but it's windy, and it feels like we're at maybe 4,000 meters. After many months in Latin America, our bikes are pretty beaten up. Phoebe's back pannier rack sheared off, and luckily, as it was a Sunday, we managed to find a welder on his day off, who, even though he was a few beers deep, managed to fix the rack with no problem. I've started having issues with my back trailer speed wobbling at low speeds, which can be absolutely terrifying and has really slowed us down, limiting me to a maximum speed of around 20 kilometers an hour. And we made it to the Pacific coast of Baja! Woo! But it looks quite flat, so maybe we won't be able to surf in Baja, but maybe it's a good thing because apparently the water is 15 degrees and I don't have a wetsuit, so that sounds very terrifying. Just made it to our camp spot. Cheers to that. Had a very eventful day. We woke up watching the football, watching Argentina take the victory, and then we got on a really horrible road where everyone was getting really close and beating us
on purpose.
It was really horrible.
It was really horrible, and lots of people warned us about it.
Yeah, and I think it's over now. Then we got on to, well, this morning we realised that Phoebe's back pannier rack had snapped off. Forgot about that. And so we found a welder, so that was good, and we got that fixed. And I also, my seat stay bolt was worn out, so I needed a new one of those, so we went to the bike shop. Very efficient, and then we got on a really nice gravel road to the beach.
And you lost your flag.
And I just lost my flag, and I cycled back about 5 or 6 kilometres. And I didn't find it.
St. Piran.
Sorry, St. Piran was already in half, and now he is no longer there. Very sad. And now we are having some beers by the sea. We slowly crawled up the Pacific coast, sadly without any proper waves, but managed to fit in a session with some lovely Californians on holiday who lent me some small wave gear. We were sad to leave Mexico and its people, stop improving our Spanish and lose our wild camping freedom, but we were also excited for the luxury of America, being able to speak our native tongue, the endless fast food chains, and of course, being able to put toilet paper in the toilet. The border to the US was the most drastic culture change we have had so far, but a relatively easy process. The only problem was that upon getting into the US, we both followed the traffic and ended up back in Mexico by accident. Just as we realised this, there was no going back, and we had to go through Mexican customs to then go back through US immigration with the same border force again for a second time. They were even more mean to us the second time, and we were very happy to finally make it through. This time we turned right, not left at the exit. We are currently at a delightful warm showers in San Diego for Christmas, drinking craft beer and riding a tandem, living the American dream. We'll be heading northward soon up the Pacific Coast Highway.
Smile.
See, she's getting the hang of it now.
Are you doing hands-free now?
Only the one.
Keep going. Uh-oh. Don't get hit by the car. Do, do, do.
Stopping!
Stopping.